Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, UFC Investor. I'm back with another video. I'm now ranked number 302 on Tapology. Last weekend, or this past Saturday, like 3 days ago, Umar versus Corey. Umar won. I think in one of my videos I said that I had picked Corey, but no, I switched to Umar. You can see on the screen that I got 5 perfect. 10 out of 13 picks right this past Saturday, 2 days or 3 days ago. So that was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I went up from number 352 to number 302 now. But in this video, I just wanted to do my first look for the UFC fight night. Marcin Tybura versus Serghei Spivac. Let's just do the first or the main card first, and then we'll start from the bottom after. Let's look at Serghei first. He's 16-4. He's 29, 6'3". Polar Bear team. He's coming off of 1 loss. Never been subbed. 7-4 in the UFC. He's been knocked out. Lost a decision pretty long ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So this fight is probably gonna end in actually, if he loses, he's probably gonna lose by finish. Oh yeah, this is the second time they fought. Wow, so maybe Tybura will take him to another decision. Just looking off their last fight, the result, he lost to him unanimously. So I would think Tybura should have like a familiar game plan as to what he is going to do this time around. But Tybura is 38 now. So that's going to play a huge factor because he's a lot older now. Serghei has he should be in a way better shape or a way better experience. Just a way better fighter now because he has 4 years of experience and he's only 29. He's hitting his prime. So he lost to Serghei Gain, so I don't really blame him off of that because Gain is really good. So he was doing really well. He beat Lewis choke first round, which is pretty obviously his plan was to beat Lewis and try to end him pretty soon, and he did it by choke, ground and pound. So he's pretty good at striking too, or just catching big moments. But Marcin, let's see how he loses. Never been subbed either, so this is not probably gonna go to the ground unless they're grappling. I don't think they're actually. Serghei might get a sub. He has a lot of subs, but neither guy has ever been subbed. So I don't think it's going to go like that. I think it's either going to go to the decision. I think, honestly. But maybe knockout. So let's see what his current Marcin's record is like right now. He's coming off of 1 win. 38 years old. Honestly, I'm not picking him just because he's old. Every time I pick an old guy, they lose. They lose. He's from Poland. 12-7. He just beat Ty, which honestly is not really saying much at this point. I really like Ty, but Ty has just been on a real quickly. Let's just look at his page. Yeah, 4 losses. Not gonna talk about that much, but other than that, if you skip that, and if you skip Tom Aspinall, which I don't blame him for losing, obviously, he has a 2 wins majority by decision and a loss by decision. So this is probably going to go the distance, I think. So I'm picking Serghei by decision, as boring as that sounds. Chepe, honestly, guys, I already know this guy's good, and I know he's probably going to finish Damon. Even though Damon was underdog his last fight, and he won. Let's look at their profile. I'm already going to pick Chepe no matter what, because I think he's the not next big guy, but I know he's going to do pretty well. Damon Jackson, let's see. He's pretty older. Yeah, 35 years old. Like I said, not picking these old guys. A lot of subs. No knockouts. Doesn't go to decision much. 6-4. Damon Jackson was coming off of 2 losses to some younger guys. Alexander, he's in his 30s now. Yeah, 31 now. Sorry, I'm a little tired, guys. But, yeah, I'm picking Chepe by what? I'm going to go 3. I think Chepe's going to finish him by TKO, KO. I don't think he's going to sub him because I think Chepe knows. This is Damon's profile. He has a lot of tap wins. So he's probably not going to try to take it to the ground with Damon Jackson. So Chepe is probably might go to decision. I think if I wasn't gonna pick finish by TKO, I'd pick decision. But I do want to pick a finish. Part of me wants to get a finish for this fight too, but I think it might be a boring one. Maybe. So let's go to the next fight. Actually, what the heck? I was saying I was gonna start from the bottom. Yeah, let's just skip to the bottom. I think it'll be easier, honestly. Stephanie Luciano versus Talita Alencar. Let's look at the profiles. They're both Brazilian. Let's just look at Tapology and see who the favorites are, honestly, and just give an idea as to what the general public is thinking. Alencar is probably the favorite, not by much. Undefeated, jiu-jitsu girl, I would say. Right? Wait, what the hell? Oh yeah, it doesn't have her wins or whatever. So she has one win in the UFC, one in LFA. Decision, and some chokes. I think one of these was like a really close fight in a Contender Series fight. Is that what it was? No. I think I remember seeing this girl fight and I think she gassed. Like her cardio was questionable. So probably goes to decision. Stephanie Luciano, 5-1-1. She's 24, really young. 2 wins. Never been subbed. Loses by decision. She's probably not going to get finished. So probably going to decision this one. I think I'm going to go with Luciano, honestly, by decision. I think she's going to have what it takes to maybe stay on the feet, because she's never been subbed, and just keep it striking maybe, or at least get the decision win, as you can see here, because she's only lost to Andressa Romero, who is... Yeah, I'm picking Stephanie Luciano. I think... Damn, but... Toledo's undefeated. I don't know. This one's a really hard one. Her nickname is Problem Child. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look at tape for this one. People are thinking Alencar because she's undefeated, grappler. Decision. It's probably gonna go decision her way if she's controlling everything. Man, yeah, I'm just gonna pick her, I guess. Alencar decision. Okay, so Jarno Aarons, I've seen him fight a couple times, and Yusuf Zalal, I think I have, I just don't remember. Jarno Evans didn't really impress me the first time he fought, and not to say like I'm a fighter or anything, but this last time he fought really well. I think he won. So let's look at their profile. He beat Steven Nguyen, and Steven Nguyen was like a pretty big favorite, I think. I don't know if they're gonna keep this guy. I think they should. But yeah, I remember that fight. He did pretty well. So it does look like he's improving compared to Yusuf Zalal, who's honestly I don't remember much, but he's pretty young too, 27. He's from Factory X Muay Thai. Never been finished, so it's probably going to decision. And it looks like he doesn't get decision wins often, or when he does go to decision, he doesn't win them often, which was a while ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, in the UFC. So he got cut from the UFC, and now he's coming back after some pretty impressive wins. And a pretty impressive win over Billy Quarantillo, honestly, in round 2. That's pretty good. So he's 27 too. He's really young. He came into the UFC super young, 23, and then he got cut. I mean, he fought some really good people. So I think he's gonna beat Jarno Aarons. What's Tapology saying? Before I even look, I forgot what the public's saying, but before I look, I think he's gonna beat him by decision. But let's see what the public is saying. Yeah, look, 95% decision. Yep. So yeah, I think that's a pretty, I don't want to say safe pick, but it makes sense. Next fight, Carl Williams versus Jonata Denise. I think Denise is coming from Glory or some sort of kickboxing place or league. I mean, Denise, he's undefeated, 7-0. Which I think he's the underdog, honestly. But I forgot again. I wasn't even looking at the public rating. But he's 33, 7 wins. Brazilian, all by knockout. This guy has to be the favorite. If he's not, let's see. I think the last time he fought, I was like, wasn't impressed. I mean, he did fight Austin Lane, which is like, Austin Lane doesn't have really any wins in the UFC, right? Or just one? Yeah, none. So, Carl Williams, I think he's the favorite if I remember correctly. The last time I looked at the public, but yeah, he's 3-0. I could see why they're saying he's gonna win because he's only been subbed before, and Denise is not someone to sub. He can only knock people out, but he's never even seen a decision. So what do you pick on what would you pick in this type of situation where a guy only wins by KO and it's never seen a decision versus someone that goes to decision pretty often? Oh, there we go. Someone that goes to decision pretty often. So I don't know. This one's a really hard one to pick. Let's see what the public is saying. I think they're saying Carl Williams, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Williams by decision. I could see why they're saying that. I think Denise would be a good underdog to pick, honestly. I think so far I'm going to pick him at least by KO in round 2. Going to give the underdogs a chance. Even though Carl Williams, I think he has like really good wrestling, if I'm remembering anything correctly. Next fight, Karol Rosa versus Pannie Kianzad. Okay, now that we're on the page, Kianzad is a huge underdog. Rosa's a big favorite. Let's see why. Brazilian, Karol Rosa. She's 29, so pretty young still. 6-3. Wow. Oh wait. Okay, that's grappling. Let's take that out. Actually, but it's worth looking at. So she's trying to grapple and trying to learn grappling, but she's not that good. She fought Irene, so she's like back and forth. If she sticks to the same pattern, she should beat Kianzad. I mean, she only lost to Irene, Dumont. Those are pretty good fighters versus Pannie Kianzad, who is 16-8, 32, coming off of 2 losses, 5-5. I wouldn't count Kianzad out, honestly, but Karol by decision probably seems logical. I can see why the public is leading her way. Next fight, Danny Barlow versus Nikolay Vertenikov. Danny Barlow, the American, so there's going to be a lot of USA chants. Kind of want to pick him already. He's undefeated, 10 win streak, 29 in his prime. A lot of knockouts. Well, 1 win in the UFC Contender Series. He did an exhibition jiu-jitsu match. Okay, so he's trying to learn, but he's never been finished in pro, I guess, in pro MMA. Versus Nikolay Vertenikov, 12-4 from Kazakhstan. 3 wins, 34 years old. Usually knocks people out for his wins, but he has been finished. Has lost by decision to Michael Morales, who I think is in the UFC, right? Yeah, he's doing really well. I want to pick Danny just because he's undefeated and he has wins in the UFC. And I'm not sure who what United Fight League is. Might be a decent organization, but I'm still picking Danny by Barlow by decision. Even though I think this one's going to be a really good fight, honestly. Depending on what happens exactly. Charalampos Gregorio versus Toshiomi Kazama. It's a pretty cool name. Never heard of either, or I don't remember either one of them. I've never heard of them. So Gregorio has never been subbed, loses by decision usually, which is how he lost recently in March. And Toshiomi Kazama, 27, 2 losses from Japan. Hasn't won in the UFC, but he won his road to UFC. Yeah, man, this isn't looking too good for Kazama. I think Gregorio is going to be the favorite here, even though he has 1 loss in the UFC. Before that, well, not the best wins on either guy, but let's see. Never been subbed. Usually knocks people out. Never been subbed. Has been knocked out a lot. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think Gregorio's gonna win this one, guys. Yeah, I'm picking Gregorio by finish, honestly, in the first round. Yeah, I'm picking it. I think he's gonna KO Kazama in the first round. So next fight, Alan Nascimento versus Rafael Filho. These guys sound familiar, so I'm pretty sure they're doing pretty well. Brazilians, Alan Nascimento, 20-6. 32 years old, so he's in his prime. 2 wins. Diego Lima, so he's from Shootbox. Oh, I remember this guy. This is the guy that was like not Charles's protege, but I remember seeing him a lot. He's pretty good on the ground, obviously. Let's look at Filho. 16-3. I think this guy's pretty decent. 2 wins. Yeah, I remember seeing him fight. A lot of subs too. Wow, so we're gonna see grappler versus grappler. And from what I've heard, when it's two grapplers that fight each other, it's usually becomes a striking match. So who's better on the feet? He's gonna sub the guy from Shootbox. Shootbox has sucked recently. Bedoya lost. Elvis Brenner lost. Diego Lima's not doing good right now. I'm not picking another one of his fighters. And if this guy loses, I'm telling you, I'm just gonna keep following that trend. Not picking Shootbox until they win again, or even not to say not consider them, but I don't want to pick them. I'm gonna go round 2. All right, next fight, Yana Santos versus Chelsea Chandler. I'm telling you guys, this is the process that I do to get to number 302. So anyways, Chelsea Chandler, she's 6-2, American, 33 years old, coming from Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, coming off 1 win, never been finished. Probably going to decision, just like all the other WMMA fights. Yana Santos, she's Russian, 14-8, 34, Fight Spirit Gym, 4-5. Not doing well recently either. I think this girl's gonna win. Chelsea Chandler by decision. Let's see how she's 33 versus Yana Santos, who is 34, so it's pretty much the same age. Russian versus American, 4-5 versus 2-1, which I think is pretty good. She missed weight on the last fight though. Another one of those fights where you can't trust it much, but I'm just gonna go with Chelsea Chandler by decision. And back to Chepe, like I said earlier, I think Damon Jackson's been doing good, but I don't think he's gonna sub Chepe. I think Chepe's gonna get it to decision at least, if not finish him. And like I said, Spivac, I'm picking him because he's younger, even though he lost to Tybura. He's younger, he's better now. That was 4 years ago. And I don't know if he'll finish Tybura, but he can probably take the decision and outpoint him, I think. Those are my picks, guys. Those are my picks for this coming Saturday. I might change them, but honestly, let me look back and see how many underdogs I picked, because I do want to pick at least 2. Technically, he's an underdog, so that's 2. Mariscal, I picked him. Chandler, picked her. Oh, I picked Feelho as an underdog. That's a good, I don't know, I might keep it. That's 2 underdogs. Gregorio, yeah, a lot of people agreed with me. He's probably gonna finish him. Barlow, obviously. I think I said decision, but yeah, I picked him 2. Picked Rosa 2, obviously. Denise, I think that's the 3rd underdog. I think I'm gonna pick him, honestly, guys. I think I might go to Williams, honestly, because he's doing really well, 3-0 versus a kickboxer. And Aaron's, obviously, I'm pretty confident with that one. Not too confident, but Aaron's has been looking well. But Zalal, I think he has the drive, and he's only 27. So I think I like that pick. Alenkar, picked her. So yeah, that's 3 underdogs that I might stick with. Denise, Feelho, and Spivac. The rest, I picked all favorites. Don't mind that much. But yeah, guys, those are my picks. Just looking first at the card. I'm going to save that. And I might not change them. I might leave them like that, or I might change them, or the rounds at least, but I'll let you guys know. And I'm gonna try to figure out which one I'm most confident with. I'm gonna try to look at some videos and see which fighters I think will do well, which fighters will get finishes. And I'm also gonna look at like the underdogs and see which methods they could possibly win by, like how Bilal won by decision. You know, I don't know, I feel like it's a short fight card. Is that only 9 or 10 fights? I'm not sure, but it's this Saturday. It's a fight night. Not the biggest names, obviously, but I think in 2 weeks, UFC 305, I think. Not too sure. But anyways, guys, just like the video, comment below if any thoughts, any suggestions, what your picks are. Like I said, I'm ranked number 302 on Tapology. Last card, I got 10 out of 13 picks right, with 5 of them being perfect. I'll be posting another video if I do changes to my picks, and if anything, I might just look at more bets for this coming Saturday too. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching.